Brian Moran, founder of Government CIO. Welcome to Government CIO Magazine.
Hi, this is Hillary Wax with Government CIO Magazine. Today we will be interviewing Barry West, the Chief Information Officer at the Pension Benefits Guaranty Corporation.
Well, PBGC systems are all automated and integrated, first off. The data generated from payment transactions, applications, insurance claims are input once and routed electronically to respective systems and databases. When a plan terminates, PBGC sets up a temporary site to gather all prior paying agent data in both hard copy and electronic formats. Hard copy formats are scanned into our image processing systems. We then cleanse and scrub the data, import it into PBG systems, and begin processing benefit payments. We send payment information to our current paying agent, which is State Street Corporation, who in turn make the payments to our retired participants, and then provides PBGC data so that we can then reconcile all of our accounts. My PBA, which stands for My Pension Benefit Account, is an outward-facing system that processes basic benefit requests such as view prior payments, change of address, change bank account information, etc. In parallel, we collect premiums from the plan sponsors of defined benefit pension plans. Premium collection is provided via My PAA, which stands for My Pension Plan Administrator. The data is then processed through our premium system, which identifies past due filers, calculates penalties and interest from past due filers, and generates statements of account and past due filing notices, which are then sent to the plan sponsors who are not current. PBGC invests the funds we collect so that we can continue to pay our participants. Well, the use of the Social Security number is unavoidable for us. It is used to identify our customers or our participants when we provide them their monthly benefits. The Social Security number is used to send them and the IRS tax information as well. Best practices requires that we reduce the exposure of the full Social Security number whenever possible, whether on a written correspondence or on a computer screen. Using encryption when Social Security numbers and other PII must be exchanged electronically is our preferred method. PBGC also employs data loss prevention tools to identify and quarantine any emails that appear to contain PII. Until emails can be inspected by a human to either validate that the PII should not go out in clear text or to confirm that the incident is a false positive and manually release the email. Our interconnections with other federal agencies such as the IRS and the Social Security Administration, with whom we exchange sensitive tax and employment history, are all encrypted. Our laptops and thumb drives are all encrypted to reduce the exposure of sensitive PBGC information should these devices be lost or stolen. PBGC has a robust privacy program as well that is housed in our Office of General Counsel. The CIO and the Chief Information Security Officer partner with the Chief Privacy Officer and the Senior Agency Official for Privacy to ensure that we provide initial security and privacy awareness training, which is required to be taken by our employees and contractors before access to any PBGC information is granted, mandatory annual security and privacy refresher awareness training, and PBGC declares a Privacy Week dedicated to fun and informative activities designed to increase awareness around privacy. PBGC is extremely sensitive to its privacy and privacy breach reporting requirements. We therefore ensure any potential incidents are reported immediately. While technology can assist in protecting sensitive information, our experience shows that well-trained and informed employees and contractors are the key to ensuring protection of our sensitive information. PBGC's privacy program also includes the use of privacy threshold assessment and the privacy impact assessment, which are produced by each system owner and reviewed annually to ensure that these controls are adequate to protect the confidentiality, the integrity, and the availability of PII. The program also reviews any exposure of PII, no matter how small, to determine the root cause and suggest improvements to processes that would further reduce the exposure of PII or reduce errors that could potentially expose PII. Technology included is email encryption technology. We use something called WinZip. Data loss prevention, we use a product called Iron Port. Hard disk encryption, we use something called Checkpoint. And the online security and privacy awareness training is provided through an agreement with the Office of Personnel Management and their GoLearn system. Well, first off, our director, Josh Gottbaum, puts customer service at the top of the list. That's ingrained in all the employees' heads when we come to work here at PBGC, and then routinely, even when we log in each morning to our screens, we see a customer service ranking of where we're at right now. Feedback is important in improving your processes. PBGC uses the ACSI scores it receives to identify our shortcomings and weaknesses. We use this information to determine when we can improve. These improvements reduce the time that both our customers and our staff spend addressing a customer inquiry, processing a transaction, and so on. PBGC's employees want to help the people from whom we are in the fiduciary of their pension. This transparency makes our job more rewarding. Public image is a product of the service we deliver. Customer service is a PBGC strategic objective and priority. Director Josh Gottbaum ensures that every PBGC employee has a performance standard related to customer service. ACSI scores are used to gauge our understanding, customer needs, and satisfaction. ACSI scores are part of our login banner, as I mentioned earlier. Daily comments and monthly and quarterly scores are posted on the front page of our internet site to drive the importance of customer service. The ACSI scores and comments from our retirees are reviewed and turned in to functionality requirements for our My PBA system. We work very closely to prioritize our requirements with the BAPD director and his program office staff as well. We recently modernized the My PBA to move to a common Oracle Web Center 11G platform to provide new capabilities such as selecting multiple beneficiaries, setting email preferences and alerts, selecting tax forms such as the 1099-R, the 1042-S, or both, and setting preference on replacing or removing check image on EDD forms. The new platform gets our My PBA system on a platform where mobility is feasible when PBGC is ready to embark on it. The CFO's office impresses the importance of My PAA ACSI scores. The ACSI scores and comments from our practitioners, along with changes to the Pension Protection Act, are reviewed and are turned into functionality requirements for My PAA system. We work very closely to prioritize our requirements with the CFO's program office. During premium filing period, our infrastructure team monitors capacity and performance to ensure that system availability during peak periods is met. Well, there are a few. First off is we've not had a enterprise-wide collaboration tool. So we currently are embarking on a SharePoint cloud solution. We've been doing that over the last 3 months. I arrived in the end of March. We started this shortly thereafter, and we hope to have actually a working system by spring time. Right now we have lots of pockets of SharePoint users. 2010 specifically, we just migrated the last from 2007 to 2010. We also have some Plumtree portal users. So the idea is to get everyone, all of those users, up to the cloud SharePoint 2013 version by the spring. So that will be huge. After SharePoint, we plan to embark on a email system in the cloud as well, along with instant messaging, something similar to Links, for example. Some of the other things that we're thinking about is more of a cloud-first strategy on any new systems that come into the organization, rather than just going out and building something from scratch. Is there something that can be leveraged that another government agency is hosting, or where we can save cost? We recently also embarked on the Department of Justice's Cybersecurity Assessment and Management, CSAM tool. This is a GOTS product hosted by Department of Justice for housing all of our plans of actions and milestones for our reporting requirements. We are currently installing that. It's about 90% complete, and we hope to have all of our POAMs and our inventory in within the next 2 months. This will be a huge success story, as right now everyone has been running around with spreadsheets and it hasn't been very organized. So we're really excited about the tool as we embark on it over the next 3 to 6 months and getting a lot of its functionality in place. We have information sharing agreements with agencies like Treasury, for example, Go Verify, Departments of Labor, the Form 5500, and the IRS, the Health Coverage Tax Credit. We compare our pay records with these other sources of data to improve the accuracy of the payments that will be made through the validation of payees, work history, and other critical data. For instance, we have arrangements in place to update our records with the most accurate death information reported to the Social Security Administration. This reduces the time it takes to discover payments that might be made to deceased payees. This information sharing is important to our business processes. With each of these information sharing programs, we have interagency agreements that outline the roles and responsibilities of each party. These agreements identify security requirements, which party is responsible for identifying and repairing telecommunications outages, which party owns the hardware and software, which party repairs broken hardware or failed software, etc. These agreements also provide points of contact with phone numbers to ensure that all stakeholders can identify and talk to a person who is accountable. The best agreements have escalation procedures and points of contact higher up the chain of command. I'd also mention that we're moving more and more into social media, whether that be through internet blogs, LinkedIn, Facebook. Our public affairs office is working closely with many of these other government agencies in using social media and using it successfully to communicate. Well, I think it really starts with the IT strategic plan and having a foundation upon which to work and having a blueprint and having that plan in place. As new priorities are added, which is going to happen in any organization, you have to adjust priorities, and you really need to have that roadmap laid out in your IT strategic plan so that you know that you can make some adjustments and that other parts of the organization will see where those adjustments are being made. So we'll be finalizing our IT strategic plan over the next 30 days for a draft, and we'll have that actually posted on the internet by December 31st of this year. So that will be really our base. We really feel that will help prioritizing. It'll provide us more agility as an organization and dynamic capabilities to respond quickly. Well, we have a planned budget each year for training, we've really been fortunate to keep that. And many organizations during tough times and cost cutting, travel and training go first. We've been fortunate to keep our training dollars in place. So I'm very fortunate there. We also have a requirement in the organization that everyone has to have at least 32 hours of training each year, and that has to go into their record. So that forces the issue. Also, I am a big proponent of education and always have been, so that's something that I'm always looking at ways to help employees in reaching their goals and helping them stay certified, whether it be through a security CISSP, a project management professional PMP certification, and so on. Also, helping them as they pursue their educational aspirations in a degree-seeking program. A lot of that really starts with something that I believe in, which is the individual development plans, the IDPs. And these are something that I'll be implementing here over the next 45 days as we start a new rating period, where we sit down with the employee and we map out what some of their goals and objectives are and how they can be aligned with the strategic plan and where we're headed as an organization. And when that happens, it usually can be a win-win. And the employee will have educational requirements that can be met and meeting some of their goals, which helps with morale in the organization as well. I just think what really makes us successful is our customers. I really think it's about our customers. And not so much around the Beltway, but it's really, for example, when I was in processing here in my orientation, they showed a film clip of the elderly person out in Iowa that relies on the monthly check that PBGC, that they get from PBGC every month, which may be their only source of income other than a Social Security check. This check from them can make a world of difference in their life and in their future and what they're doing. So I think just that success story to me is that we're able to provide that check to our customers in far-reaching places, and we do it routinely.